Well, hi there, Scorpio. I haven't done a weekly reading yet, so I decided to do one so I could introduce the astrology dice. Now, I pulled 3 cards, and they're not in any particular order like past, present, and future. And then the 3 dice, the astrology dice that I'm introducing, are in front of the cards. And the black one on the left represents the zodiac signs. The one in the center is planets and as well lunar nodes. And the one on the right is the houses. Now I'll be doing a regular 3-card reading, and then I'll be doing a combination reading between the cards and the dice. So in essence, you receive a tarot reading and as well a horoscope reading. The 3 cards that you received was the King of Wands, Judgment, and the Lover's card. Let's talk about the Lover's card first. It's got a lot of different meanings. And it basically boils down to basic human impulses and desires. Instinct, or instinct, as somebody from high school used to call it. You know, this is about the connection of the unconscious versus the conscious, physical versus the spiritual, vice versus virtue, choices versus unplanned, divine versus earthly. This is all about duality. 2 things are going on here. There's 2 people and a union that, you know, in all respects are supposed to go into a oneness, a unity. Now, whether this happens or not is really up to you and the other person. There has to be more harmonious bonds in your relationship. Deeper emotional feelings have to be manifested in order for you to go to the next level together. So in essence, everybody has to be on the same sheet of music. Well, that's in the perfect world anyway. But in the real world, it just doesn't happen that way, and we make bad choices because this card is all about decisions and choices. The devil does not make us do anything. It's our own free will that's making these decisions. So never underestimate the value of choice over impulse. And the Judgment card next to it is just a neon sign reminder that, yeah, there is consequences to the decisions that we make, or the decisions that other people make that affect our life. Now, we might be judging other people, or they might be judging us, but it really comes down to forgiveness and what we have to forgive in ourselves or within other people for us to go on to our higher self. This card is about a spiritual cleansing, for renewal, rebirth, a resurrection. You know, and it swirls around with the mix of karma. You know, what have you done in your past? Because it definitely is connected to your present and future. You know, this can be the beginning of the end, or the end of a beginning. And here you can be your own worst enemy if you don't start accepting things and seeing things in a light, in a different light. And that's why I'm calling it an awakening. Now you have the King of Wands next to the Judgment card, and the Judgment card is a celestial level, and the King of Wands is here to assist you on the earthly level. As I said, this is about duality. The Lover's card is about duality. You have Judgment, celestial, King of Wands, earthly. And everybody's giving you assistance here. You have an angel, even in the Lover's card, overseeing it. Now the King of Wands is here to help you through challenging times. It's for assistance and endurance through challenges. It's one of those things that when you learn along the way, it makes you stronger. But he's a traditionalist and a visionary at the same time, and has foresight, meaning his insight into future problems can also help you move along to your higher self. He wants you to be the kind of problem solver of thinking out of the box and having a discernment and good judgment as the Judgment card is even saying. Whatever goals that you have now, the King of Wands is going to give you the ambition and the determination and the inner strength to make these all possible. One thing that this king does, though, is he wants to mold the world around his beliefs and his feelings, and you have to be careful of that too. But this king can be the harbinger of spiritual transformation. And I think you have to go with the flow with him, so that everything melds together between the earthly and the celestial. Because it's saying here that it's targeting relationships and your emotions, and you need balance there. Now, I rolled the astrology dice, and you received Sagittarius, Venus in the 5th house. Now, Venus in the 5th house has you worried about your appearance. You know, what will I wear to this party? How does my hair look? You know, does these pants make me look fat? But it really depends on who you're trying to please. Is it yourself or just other people? If it's yourself, it's okay. And it should be other people secondarily. Because if you go overboard for what other people think, this is going to make you unhappy and dissatisfied. You have to make sure that your own personal expression isn't being squashed into the will to please other people. Now, this week, the arts and socializing and entertainment are going to be high on the list of must-dos, but this week, you want to mingle romance into the picture and even invite children along for some of the fun. Now, here with the presence of the Lover's card, it kicks up the love, romance, excitement and octave, and you're looking at everything as more of an adventure. Sagittarius and Venus brings the demonstrative side of you out to play. And you know, you're usually a cunning and secretive person, but this week you're going to expose some of your inner feelings. It might be uncomfortable, but you're going to do it. But you can't be an idealist and sway any of the discussions into really explosive subjects like politics and religion. Not everyone feels the same as you do for ideas and goals. And this is a week for you to be really diplomatic and compromise to maintain harmony. You know, you may not reach your nirvana this week, but it's going to be a lot of fun and you'll learn a lot along the way. You know, the King of Wands will assist you here and remind you to take a look at things more objectively and more philosophically. The Judgment cards wants you to hang on to your moral values and put events into perspective before you make decisions with the Lover's card. Putting fun first may get you into a cosmic trouble, forcing the Judgment card to make a ruling, to regret and eventually repent for forgiveness. The presence of the Lover's card brings about honesty and open feelings, as I said you would be expressing. But raw candor can offend some people, and you're going to have to be very careful with what you say and speak gentle words. You know, if you don't have anything good to say, just say nothing. Learning new things is high on your list this week, and you'll discover a heightened appeal of foreign destinations. And these will tantalize you with the idea of maybe going on a vacation in the near future. Whatever your newfound interests are this week, you want to step out of the status quo for an adventure, a few laughs and some fun. And I wish you acceptance, peace, and happiness.